Okay, good afternoon, students. Today, today we will discuss the topic from climate of India, that is factors affecting the temperature. Which factors affecting the temperature of our country? That points I will discuss. Okay. Number one points is the location. How location it affects the temperature or climate, that I will discuss. Look here, the Tropic of Cancer. Tropic of Cancer it pass over India. Okay, over 8 states it pass, and it divides our country into two equal halves. Okay. After the 21st March, the sun's relative movement towards the Tropic of Cancer, and 21st June, the sun situated over the Tropic of Cancer. So in which place the sun situated over that place and its surroundings near areas receive the sun rays vertically. When any place receives the sun rays vertically, due to the high intensity of the sun rays, that area's temperature becomes high. Okay, that area's temperature becomes high. So at present, for that one reason, our country's some states, West Bengal, Bihar, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, UP, some places temperature becomes high. Okay, so location is important factor. And if you go in the southern portion of our country, it's three-sided, surrounded by the water body. The coastal area's temperature is not too much high during the summer season, because in the coastal area there is effects of the land and ocean bridge, or the seas effects are there. That's why in the coastal areas temperature does not too much high during the summer season and does not too much low during the winter season. That's why in the coastal areas climatic condition is equable type. But those places situated interior parts of the continent, that places temperature becomes high in the summer season and low in the winter season, or that is called the continental type or extreme type of climate. So location is very important factor which affects the temperature of a place. Second point, influence of the Himalaya. Influence of the Himalaya. Himalayas important, it affects Indian climate in two ways. Number one, when the southwest monsoon enters India, first time the southwest monsoon hits the Arabian Sea branch, it hits the Western Ghat, western parts, and occurs huge amount of rainfall in the Western Ghat, western part. And the rest of the moisture air wind, it blows towards the northern part of India near the Himalaya. And another branch is the Bay of Bengal branch. First it enters through the Meghalaya. They are situated Garo Khasi Jayantia hills, and the moisture air wind hits the Garo Khasi Jayantia hills, and its southern portion receives huge amount of rainfall. And the rest of the moisture air wind blows towards the northern part of India, means towards the Himalaya. And when it hits Himalaya, that time southern portion of the Himalaya receives huge amount of rainfall. So to occur the orographic rainfall in the northern part of India, Himalaya has a great importance. Okay, or Himalaya plays an important role. Second is the when the northeast monsoon start to blow during the month of October and November, that northeast monsoon wind, which is very cold air, cold wind, it comes from the Siberia. It comes from Siberia. But as the Himalaya situated northern part of India, it acts as a barrier. So it protects the northeast cold wind. Okay, so a little amount of cold wind enters India, and in our country starts winter season. But if there is no Himalaya, that time complete cold wind enters our country and country's temperature will fall near about 0 degree centigrade. So in this way also Himalaya affects the temperature condition of our country and also control the climatic condition. So to control the temperature and climatic condition, Himalaya also have a great role. Number 3 point is the altitude. Altitude is another important factor to affect the temperature. Everyone knows that what is normal lapse rate. Normal lapse rate is if you go from surface to upwards or in the layered troposphere, when the altitude increase, that time the temperature decrease in 6.4 degree centigrade per 1000 meter. So altitude is also affect the temperature condition of a place. I have given one example, that is Kolkata and Siliguri. Kolkata is situated near the mean sea level, but Siliguri is situated in higher altitude than the Kolkata. So according to the normal lapse rate, the temperature of the Siliguri is lesser than the Kolkata. Clear? So altitude is important factor. In your book that is mentioned in another word, the temperature decreases with increasing altitude at the rate of 1 degree centigrade for every 166 meter. 1 degree centigrade temperature decrease of altitude increase 166 meter. Okay. So in this way altitude also affects the temperature or climatic condition of a place. Next, the distance from the sea. If you see, we know that the India is called the subcontinent. Why subcontinent India is called? When any landforms three-sided surrounded by the water body and one side is joined by the landform, that time that is called the subcontinent. So the southern portion of India three-sided surrounded by the water body and northern parts totally surrounded by the landform. So India is the subcontinent, and in India has near about 6,000 kilometer coastal area, 6,000 kilometer coastal landform. So near the coast area, climatic condition or the temperature, climatic condition is equable. Means during the summer season temperature does not high too much, and during winter season temperature does not fall too much. I have given example. Suppose you take Chennai and Delhi. If you go to Chennai during the summer season, you will see that area's temperature near about 22 to 24 degrees centigrade, not too much high. And during the winter season, that area's temperature also near about 15 to 20 degrees centigrade, not too much low. But if you go to the Delhi, which is situated interior of the continent, during the summer season temperature becomes too much high, near about 40 degrees centigrade, and during winter season temperature falls near about 2 to 3 degrees centigrade. Okay, so that is the extreme type of climate. So coastal area has the equable type of climate because of the effects of the land and sea breezes blows in the ocean that affects. Okay, so the distance from the sea also very important factors. Okay, next, and another, sometimes beside the coastal area warm current and cold current also blows. So warm current when blows, that area's temperature becomes high. When cold current blows, that portion's temperature becomes low. So ocean currents also affect the coastal area's temperature condition. Next, the western disturbance. Generally we know that in our country, India, winter season is dry and summer season is wet. But sometimes we see that during the winter season also rainfall occur. The main reason is the western disturbance. Western disturbance, it is a Generally, in the Mediterranean Sea region area, the low pressure belt occur. One, low pressure or depression occur in the Mediterranean Sea region, and due to the subtropical westerly jet stream, that low pressure blows towards the northwestern part of India near the Jammu Kashmir, Punjab, Haryana. The low pressure it blows, okay, and due to this low pressure in the northwestern part of India, Jammu Kashmir, Punjab, Haryana receives some amount of rainfall during the winter season in the month of January or February. Okay, so that is the effects of the western disturbance, and sometimes that effects also gets our state West Bengal also. Sometimes we see in our states also receives some amount of rainfall, okay, due to the western disturbance, and this rainfall also very helpful for the wheat production, because we know that in the northwestern part Punjab, Haryana during the winter season produce wheat. So to produce wheat needs near about 75 centimeter amount of rainfall. So in winter season that amount of rainfall also helps to produce the wheat. Clear? Next, is the upper air circulation or jet stream. Jet stream is a high speed wind which blows in the upper troposphere. Upper troposphere means from 9 to 12 kilometer height the wind blows. Okay. When this wind blows, due to this jet stream, it affects the monsoon winds. That's why in our country during the rainy season occurs rainfall, because due to the jet stream the southwest monsoon enters India and helps to occur rainfall. To southwest monsoon origin and blow towards the India, there are also some reasons are there that I will explain next class, but the jet stream also have some effects of Indian climate. So these points you will read carefully and I think you will understand. Okay, thank you students.